Hello my fellow aliens, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, I'm Jojo Rarity. And in today's video I'm gonna be talking about the 5th episode of Falcon and also the season finale. This is the second to last episode called Truth. It had a lot of powerful emotional moments, whether it's Sam Wilson's moments with Asai Bradley and also the bond between him and Bucky Barnes. Like always, I'm gonna do a deep dive with these characters in this episode. So, John Walker, this guy doesn't stop, does he? I mean, you know what he did the last episode. He killed a man in cold blood. And that was the most talked about scene ever because of what he did. It was so brutal. And then he did a mistake and he just ran away from it. I mean, you think that Sam and Bucky wouldn't catch up to him, which is also a stupid idea. And so yeah, of course they're caught up to him. John Walker wants to justify his means. He wants to have a reason why he killed that man, because the guy killed Lemar. And did you forget? It wasn't actually him. He said it wasn't me. He was begging for his life and still he killed him. And a hero would never do that. So of course Bucky said he has to give the shield to them, but he didn't want to. And he just got so crazy. I think he has PTSD, losing his best friend and everything. He keeps saying he had to do it, he had to kill. It's not an apocalypse. Dude, it's the real world. I mean, if you watch Walking Dead, I always wanted to kill that bad person, but it's like kill or be killed. But in this show, now it's like the real world. You can't just kill innocent people. I mean, he wasn't that innocent. I mean, the bad people. But still, it's like Carly did kill the guy, and so she should go after her and not him. And even when then they got him and the government said he can't be Captain America, and he still justified his means. He still said there's a reason why he did what he did. But of course you think you can get away with it, killing a person? Not in this world, my man. And then like he's so insane, he keeps on saying I'm Captain America, I'm Captain America, and no one wants to hear that. And then he meet up with some woman. I mean, she suddenly appears and I don't know who the hell she is. I even forgot her name. But maybe she's something important. I mean, I know in the comics she's supposed to be like an agent. So I don't know, it's like so insane now. And let's talk about the ending. It's like after the end credit scene, you can hear like hammering and suddenly it kind of reminds you of Iron Man. I think they did it on purpose because like he's actually making his own Captain America shield. It's just so insane. And I think he still wants to go after Carly because he visited Lemar's parents and he said he killed the man who killed their son, but actually it wasn't him. So that's why I think he wants to go after Carly. And because he lied, they think he did justice for their son, but he didn't. So let's talk about my favorite character still, Bucky Barnes. And his moments with Sam are so sweet, they're so precious together, and it was really well written. I really love the dynamic together. I know they're really close in real life. So yeah, that was so sweet to see. Also him like actually meeting his family for the first time, his sister Sarah, which are funny moments, and then like his nephews. But it was kind of rushed, his stories like coming to an end. I mean, he said Winter Soldier's arc is coming to an end kind of episode, when he talked about that the shield was the only thing he had left, Steve was the only family he had left, but now it's like Sam, and I kind of like it because now they're finally close and now they can finally be a team together. He pushed and forgave Sam. He didn't blame him anymore because in the beginning he blamed him still that he gave the shield away. But now they kind of came to terms with that. Even though this episode wasn't so much action filled, I love these moments, like these human moments. Like Bucky kind of became, he wants to be this normal man now. He just wearing like his normal outfits now, and he doesn't even hide his metal arm anymore. Before he always wear gloves, right? And I feel like he wants to have a family now, just like Steve did. And he just wants to be a normal person and not anymore be the Winter Soldier. Let's talk about the most important character in this episode, of course, Sam Wilson. Now you can finally understand why he gave up the shield. Even Bucky didn't understand it before, but now he does. I mean, you can really imagine how it is to be like a black Captain America, and the scene with Isaiah is really so heartbreaking to watch. It really gave me tears because of what he experienced. It was so sad, like it really just used him, and that's why I understand why he went there. He can finally understand what he needs to do now. I mean, Isaiah said they're never gonna accept a black Captain America, but I think he's wrong because in this world it's kind of different now. I mean, he's still an Avenger. People kind of respect him for that still, and they know he saved the world plenty of times, so why wouldn't they accept him? I mean, it's different for him because they already know him. Also, Sam doesn't have his wings anymore. John Walker broke them. So I think he doesn't need him anymore because he's gonna be the new Captain America, right? And then that's why Taurus is there, because We know it in the comics. He's a new Falcon. So when he asked about what you're gonna do with the wings, he said keep him. Kind of foreshadowing for him to become Falcon and for him to be Captain America. Don't forget about the montage, like when he's trained to be Captain America, finally accepted that and finally wants to be Captain America, and it was so awesome to see that. I mean, in the movies I never really cared so much about Sam Wilson, but now, like seeing him, I'm so proud of what he became after all this time. It was so truly amazing. And don't forget about the box that Bucky left for him, because the Wakandan people, he asked like a favor from these girls, and my mom said, I think it's the suit. I mean, I think they can do that. They gave him a new uniform, maybe a vibranium one. I know, because he has to wear it in the last episode. They didn't show it, how it looks like. But I really think it's the uniform what it's gonna be. And he has the sheet already, and I'm so excited for him to see him actually in a suit, like Captain America suit. Talk about some other characters in this episode. For example, the villains, the Flag Smashers, who are still boring as hell. I mean, does anyone even like them? I think they're the worst villains ever that we have in Marvel. I mean, no one even cares about them, like the storyline. We all care about only Sam, Bucky, even John Walker, or even Zemo. They're more interesting than that. So I don't know, like, what they're trying to do still. I don't understand it. I don't even care. But I can't imagine how it's gonna end for them. So let's talk about Sharon Carter in this episode. She only is like in a few seconds, but is she actually power broker? Because like she talked to a guy on the phone, like a Frenchman, and suddenly the Frenchman showed up with the Flag Smashers. And then he said that he wants to kill Falcon. So I'm kind of confused about that. I mean, Power Broker is actually the villain of Flag Smashers, right? So does it mean they're not actually villain? Because Flag Smashers are the villains. So maybe Power Broker hate this human and hate those people. So maybe she just want to bring justice to the world. But still kind of confused about that Falcon killing part. I mean, I don't know, it only makes sense if she's actually the power broker. Let's talk about Zemo's ending. He went back to Sokovia. I think he wanted to visit his family's grave. And then Bucky appears. And he was so scared because Bucky almost tried to kill him. And he really thought he gonna go through with it. Because he actually created that killer in him. But of course, he didn't do it. I mean, he doesn't kill anymore. All life is precious now for Bucky. He got what he deserved because the Wakanda people finally got him. And they sent him to a raft to live his life there. So I know it's like a prison, I guess. So that's the end of him. Do you think it's the end of him? I don't know. So I think that was it. Don't click off yet, because let's talk about the season finale. Episode 6 called One World, One People. And so of course, let's talk about the obvious. Falcon is finally Captain America, and he have his new suit ready and even have his wings back. So it's like Captain Falcon, kinda. And yeah, it looks incredible, like the Wakandas did that. And it looks pretty awesome. Talk about the Flag Smashers. The episode started with them, and like they're trying to kidnap all these important, powerful people because they want Falcon to show up and rescue them, kinda. So as I said, I don't really care about the villains. And then of course the team comes to rescue Bucky, new Cap, and then even Sharon also comes. And then of course even Walker with his new shield, and very weak shield, by the way. Talk about how weak John Walker actually is. I mean, he has the super serum and still he can't fight them all. And it seems like Sam is even more powerful more than him, even though he's only human. At first, when John Walker appeared, I thought, oh no, he only came for revenge because he didn't care to save these people in the beginning. But then in the end, he did the good thing, and he did choose the people, and he tried to save them. And also Bucky. He's like, first time he ever saved those people, and I felt so proud of him. Let's talk about John Walker's story arc. So at the end, as I said, we kind of became a hero, and suddenly have a team, that they team up together kinda. And at the end, like I predicted, he became a US agent. So it's called Agent Walker, I guess, and like with the woman who helped him out. So let's talk about the Flag Smashers, and of course the last episode, so of course they defeated them, and it didn't really work out for them in the end. For example, Carly. Now the twist comes. It wasn't really a twist at all, because I already knew that Sharon is the power broker all this time, because it's so obvious. Like I just talked earlier about episode 5. That's the only reason why Sharon is even there. Kinda more even than Carly, because she wanted to control the world, but Carly wanted to change it. Let's talk about the power broker, Sharon. Like, she talked with the government, like with the senator, because senator listened actually to Sam, so he wanted to change some things. And so he pardoned her. and that's what she wanted all along. But she's like really such a good actress because she's like acting to be so good, and no one actually knows that she's a power broker. Sam and Bucky didn't even know it, and all this time she's like working with them, but kind of not with them, if you know what I mean. Working with the Flag Smashers before everything, and then they betrayed her, so I don't know if you can really trust her. And then she talked to someone on the phone, I don't know who that is, and also she hired an old man to kill the rest of the Flag Smashers who actually survived, so I think none of them are left. But this doesn't seem like an ending actually, especially her storyline isn't finished yet. She's back being an agent, and also they called her Agent Carter, just like Peggy Carter, because they're like related, right? But she isn't that innocent, so I'm wondering what's the plan next. Let's talk about Bucky, my favorite character and the reason I actually watched the show, and I loved how he became a hero in the end, and finally he made amends just like Sam told him to. He went back to the old man's house, like the Japanese guy, and actually told him the truth about what happened to his son. And it was so sad to see, but finally he knows the truth, and finally he can let it go. He finished the book his therapist gave him. He even gave his therapist a gift in the end. So Sam kind of welcomed him in his family. It was so sweet to see in the end. He's actually smiling. Really like a happy ending for him. And let's talk about Sam's ending, because he was like the most important character in this episode and the whole series itself. In the end, he finally accepted to be Captain America. You saw his outfit, and people actually so happy to see him as Captain America. Everyone loved it. Everyone welcomed him as being the new Captain America. And it's really so awesome to see like the speech he made when they defeat finally the Flag Smashers. And you don't think they're really bad people, because the aftermath of everything going on was so hard for them to deal with it. People disappearing and people coming back again. So yeah, it's like kind of what Steve would say. So he really became the Captain America. And then also he went back to Isaiah's house, and Isaiah also saw it on TV. I think he's so proud of him. And then in the end, that's so sweet when they gave him a slot in the Smithsonian exhibition. Like they have a statue and everything about him. Like they will never forget what he did for the world. It was so heartbreaking to see and so happy for him. They finally got what he wanted and deserved actually. So yeah. The end credits, like they changed the name, the title to Captain America and the Winter Soldier. But I think Bucky isn't the Winter Soldier anymore, so I think they should change it to Captain America and Bucky. Maybe if there's a season 2, I don't know if there actually is. But I'm really hoping for it actually. There's more stories to tell, I think, in my opinion. And like more stories for him to be Captain America, actually. This is it. I'm still gonna be talking about like the series itself, like everything, like review it, like how I find this whole season itself. And to be honest, I really like it more than WandaVision, because in WandaVision I expected too much and I got so disappointed, like with the Ralph Boner thing, and then also Doctor Strange didn't even appear. I was sad he will. And this, I didn't expect too much, and also I didn't read too many theories. People always think Captain America will return, like Chris Evans, but for me, I never believed it. I never believed that he was gonna return. Even my cousin said, oh, maybe just a few seconds, he doesn't have to appear like longer, but I know Chris Evans, he won't be returning anymore. Like Captain America is over for him. And he gave the mantle, even the actor gave the mantle to Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan to continue their stories. So yeah. That's why I really enjoyed this one. There's so much action based and everything. Like so much character development actually for these characters who like from the movies and you don't know much about them, but now you do kinda. But like just sidekicks in the movies, right? Just like Wanda and Vision actually. But still I really enjoyed this more. Like even though I didn't like the villains, I think Agatha was a better villain because there's really a twist, more twists than in this show. But still, like overall, the character development and everything was really good, and it felt like you watched a movie. Also, it's like you watched the Captain America movie, and so I really enjoyed this. This was it. I'm so sad it's ending actually, and also the next show I'm gonna be reviewing is Loki, but it's gonna take a while because it's gonna be appearing in June. So yeah, I have to wait for that. But I'm still gonna do other reviews, like maybe book. Like kind of comparisons. I also want to do like book versus movies, or like TV shows versus movies, like which one was better, something like that, because I have like a whole month to do some new ideas because I don't do any reviews anymore. So yeah, I'm kind of excited for this. Also comment down below which show did you like better, WandaVision or Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Also comment down below what reviews do you want me to do. Anything like movie related, TV related, book related, anything. I'm up for anything, but of course I need to like it, because I won't be reviewing something I won't like. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like if you enjoyed it. Also don't forget to put on the post notifications so you know exactly when I upload. I upload every Wednesdays and Saturdays. So see you guys on my next video. Bye!